everyone. Welcome back to our podcast, Winging It, episode 2. Hooray. Yay. As always, I'm your host, Cambry King, joined again by our co-host, Claire Meyer.
Yep. So we are... Yep, that's me.
That's me. I'm Claire.
We're back, and we got some really good feedback last time, so we're going to try harder to bore you this time.
Ooh. We're trying to prevent that from happening ever again.
But yes, we really did appreciate we've heard a lot of good things about episode 1.
Episode 1, we got 48 downloads, I'm pretty sure, which is, 46 more than I was expecting. So thank you guys so much for listening to this, and thank you guys, of course, for coming back. We're going to try our best to make
coming back for more punishment.
Yeah, coming back for more punishment. There's two things why you're here. It's either you liked what you heard the first time and you're coming back, or you hated what you heard the first time, yet you still want to punish yourself.
Yeah.
So.
Or maybe maybe someone's hopeful. They're like, this was terrible, but I'm hoping it gets better, you know?
And if it is, thank you for coming back.
Yeah,
That's
thank you
always
for having
nice.
faith in us. We appreciate that. So...
Claire came up to me today, and she said, okay, Cambry, right after you do the intro, I want to give you my quip. Because I've thought of a quip, and I need to tell you this. But I'm going to wait to the podcast. Now, I'm curious. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat right now.
That was the quip. I did it earlier.
What was it?
The whole bore you thing.
Oh,
that was the quip.
That was the quip. Okay.
Yeah. So apparently it was a little bit disappointing. But
that's
okay. That's all right.
It's just like when they...
I'll try harder next time.
Well, no, I was expecting you to be like, here's the quip.
Oh,
and then you're like, are you ready for this? Okay, here we are.
Yeah.
But no, that's not what came out.
No, sorry.
It's fine. I'm only majorly disappointed.
Oh, okay.
So, of course, everything that happened last week, that sounds like a big tragedy happened last week. No, last week was really good for Canyon High. We had our first Pep Rally, which sophomores won.
Which, good for them.
Good for them.
All the seniors ran out onto the, what do you call it? Court.
Yeah.
I was going to say
whatever
field.
That sports area.
I should know, considering I've played on that court, but it's whatever. Yeah, we were all sophomores, so they won. So that's very cool. I wish that it had gone differently a little bit for the seniors, but get them next time.
What are you talking about? Hey, I'm not going to throw shade at any class, and I'm going to stop right there, just so I don't offend any class. But if you thought that I was about to talk about you, I totally wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sophomores won. Seniors, I will throw shade in our own class.
Okay.
But yeah, we need to be better.
Okay. To be fair, I don't think I've ever tried so hard at a pep rally before, ever. And I don't know why, if it was like finally getting to go, hoo ha, you wish you were a senior, or like, I don't know what it was, but that's the hardest I've ever tried.
It probably just the excitement of the first pep rally. And then, they haven't become so much as a chore. I'm not quite sure chore is the right word, but they haven't come like, ugh, we have to go do this. It's still a fun thing to do. Mm-hmm. I still have a little bit of complaint about the timing of the pep rallies, because it's like, yeah, get pep for the game, now go back to school for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, well, it cuts into third period, and I don't know. I like it. Right. I'm sorry. I'm like messing with the paper over there. I don't know. I like pep rallies, but they're just not.
They're not timed right.
They're not timed right. The ones at junior high, which I'll say for sure, the ones that we have here are much better than the ones we have at junior high. But they're timed better because it's at the end of the school.
Right.
All this stuff happens. It's so good. Anyway. Good. That's not what. That was kind of a side topic that we were talking about. The big thing that happened last week was the GOAT game, which
we won.
We won? Oh, it was a very close game.
Okay, to be fair, it was a lot closer than the previous game.
What was the previous game?
We had 50 points.
Oh, yeah.
Points.
That's right.
I don't know.
50 scores, 50
Whatever
downs.
it was. We had 50, and the other team did not. Paladuro did not have 50. So it was closer than that game by a fair amount.
Yeah.
22-7 was the final, right?
I think so.
I believe that was.
I mean, we'll say so because I was at the football game, and yet I didn't pay attention to it.
But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. It was a fun game. I wish there had been just a little bit more like back and forth, but at the same time, it was nice to like secure that win. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You were there when the lights went out, like for a split second, right? What was up with that?
I don't know. I think it was like, hey, new stadium, we're gonna implement cool new like things, because I think that was supposed to be a purposeful like, yay, you won, because at least that's when it happened that I remember. It was at the end of the game that the lights went out.
Yeah, I think it was in the...
Or did they do it earlier? They did it earlier before that. Yeah, it's like, I think it was supposed to be like, hey, touchdown, kind of a surprise thing. You know what I mean?
But like... It was terrifying too. This might just be...
it.
Yeah, no, it was cool, but like... It was unexpected, and that just might be what my experience was with. I was like, "Whoa, why are the lights out?" They like flashed on and off, and it was just unexpected. And it's like seeing a giant mass of people, but there's no lights around. That's terrifying.
Yeah,
that's like zombie apocalypse sort of thing.
Now that would have been really fun.
Yeah, it's like candidates go to touchdown and release the zombies.
That's a topic for a different day.
A different day. Once that gets into October, we'll start talking about that.
I was gonna say, listen, I have so much zombie apocalypse prep in my head. I'm so ready to go for that.
I watched a video one time about this guy talking about the zombie apocalypse. I'm sorry, this will be like very, very quick, but he was just like, part of my zombie apocalypse survival kit is a duster. Oh. And it's like, part of it was his wardrobe. And I just thought it was funny that he just decided to do that. Anyway.
No, we're going to have to store that away, write it down somewhere.
Write it down, store it away. If you think you're having deja vu sometime in October, you probably are.
I'm going to say, if you can stick with us for that long.
Yeah. Then first of all, thank you, of course. Anyway.
Yeah.
So
you can enjoy that.
Here's a problem that I see with our entire generation.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, man, Claire's prepared. It has affected, I'm pretty sure, almost everyone in our specific generation. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm scared.
What generation are we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
we don't know.
I have talked to people. I have looked it up, and I don't know if we're millennials or Gen Z. Someone told me that we were Gen X, which was not right.
No.
At all.
No.
But no, like all the websites I look at, it's like from 1997 to like 2004, no one knows what this generation is.
It's just kind of that iffy in between. I feel like it's kind of like nobody wants to talk about it. You know, they're just like, just let them do their thing. They don't care.
It would be like in the history books, and it's like millennials ended in 1997, and then Generation Z started in 2005. What happened in between those years? Nothing. Nothing happened in between.
We don't talk about that.
Weren't you born in 2003? No. So anyway, if any of you viewers out there have any clue what we are, I would like to know.
Yeah. Talk to Cambry.
Talk to Cambry.
He's having an identity crisis, apparently.
I'm just so confused. I'm sorry. We'll get off that topic real quick. Anyway, so...
I mean, it's a good point.
It is. It's just, everyone, thinks they have the answer, but as soon as they, start getting...
you talk to one other person, they're like, oh,
yeah,
maybe not.
Yeah, no, it's this. I always thought that we were Gen Z.
Yeah, that's where I place us anyway, in my head.
Because, I thought millennials ended in 1999. That was the last year. 2000 came. That was us.
Yeah.
Also, what's up with people who were born in December 1999 who are just like, man, you should have been there in the 90s. And I'm like, you weren't.
The way you started that with what's up with people, I was expecting a joke, a really knee slapper joke.
And then you were disappointed.
I was so disappointed. But it sounded like a really good start. No. You should work on that.
This is not a comedy show. What are you talking about?
I mean, like some other time you can finish the joke that I was expecting you to make.
Here's the thing. I'll start a joke in episode 2, and by the time episode 14 comes around, I'll finish the joke. Okay. What's the deal?
Perfect.
Now,
okay.
to tune in 12 episodes later, and then you'll hear the end of that joke. We're not going to remember this. No. We're going to get a bunch of comments episode 14, where's the other half of the joke?
Oh, Well, if we get there, it'll be good. Good stuff.
Good stuff. So, the day this is going to go out will be November 12th, correct?
Yes, I hope.
I hope.
Unless our calendars are just off by a couple days.
Unless the school gets shut down the 11th and then, like, we have nothing to do.
Yeah, we're just, yeah. But, okay, it is the 12th. That's
today.
I'm at least 86% sure that it is the 12th.
That is not a very high number.
Okay, well.
So, 86. Okay. So, also, one second. Before we go on, I want to give a little shout out to Michael Keogh for helping us out so much during this. He has unblocked so many websites so we can
get this to work.
This to work. So, thank you so much for helping us out and being a cool person. Thank you to Jay Mudge.
Why?
Cambry? I like Jay Mudge.
Okay. Well, moving on. As we were saying, yes, thank you, Michael, for all the help and everything.
Thanks, Michael. We need to put like a
very cool. But anyway, yeah, it's the 12th, and today
for sure, right now.
And there are a lot of national holidays on the 12th. Many, like 3 or 4, which is good because you always have something to celebrate. But one in particular that we thought we would want to talk about is National Video Game Day is today. So
today, just so you guys know, today.
Which of course for a lot of people they're probably just like, okay, well that's good I guess. But to you and me, that's a big deal. I feel like. Because it's just, I don't know, we both love them so much, and they're very near and dear to our hearts. Yeah, so
they're like a very important aspect of our lives.
I was going to say, and even it's kind of a centerpiece of our relationship, because I feel like, I don't know.
That's how we started talking to each other, like we were in Journalism 1, and we had to do some sort of story about...
We were working on leads, so the beginning of a feature story, and I didn't have really anyone in that class that I talked to at that point. I think it was pretty early in the year, too, and I guess everyone that was friends with you had paired up with someone else, and I was like... Oh man, I guess I just have to go with this Cambry kid.
Yeah, it's like with his stupid-looking buzz cut.
So we both just kind of, I feel like, made eye contact with each other.
And we both had the same reaction of,
oh boy.
All right, let's do it.
But then we sat down, and I think you asked me.
I was like, so what did you do over the weekend? And you're like, I played Skyrim. I'm like, oh, I played Skyrim.
And it was like, I think we just both had this moment of like clarity. It was like, this is
Claire.
Right. This is stop.
I made that same joke last podcast too.
I know. It's not funny.
It is funny.
But we both were like, this is right. This is the partner that we're supposed to be with right now.
Yeah. I think that was the best lead that I wrote all year.
I think that's the best lead I've written ever. But it was like, I don't know. We spent the rest of the class period just like talking about like our characters and what our favorite part of the game was, and I feel like that's very like not symmetrical, but that us being able to like talk about that all period and having this moment of like connection is really similar to how our whole relationship is. We just like understand, you know. Right. We're just like, yes, this is the way it's supposed to be.
Like,
you know?
we could speak in half sentences to each other. Like, hey, can I go get the, thanks.
And yeah, it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, yeah, I mean, the screwdriver. And then, like, other people are like, what are they talking about?
Right, yeah. But, yeah, so I just think that Video Game Day, for us at least, is something that is...
worth celebrating.
Yeah, worth celebrating. Perfect. Thank you.
Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah, you finished my half sentence. Anyway.
But... yeah, what is like your favorite part about video games and stuff?
Okay, so being the person that I am, the story is essential for me, especially because I am a story. I would like to say anyway that I'm a storyteller myself, and even if
I have 1 second. Continue talking.
even if the characters are not as great, and even if I'm trying to think while you're doing that, the visuals are not great.
I'm back.
Or even I feel like, especially in Skyrim, to be able to fight something, you have to pull out this big menu and pick out your weapon and equip it and then go back to fighting. Even the give me the word. Mechanics.
Mechanic, that way.
Making my arm in a big round circle. No, even if all that stuff isn't great, if the story is worth becoming invested in, then I'm going to be invested in the game.
Right.
What about you?
Honestly, the exact same thing. But I also like the music aspect of it and the story that can tell too, which is also why I'm in band. Or why I stayed in band, because there was a point in my time, there was a point in my life where I think it was going into either 7th or 8th grade, and I was just like, I don't want to be in band anymore. And I was like, I'm done with this. And then a concert called Video Games Live came to Amarillo, and my mom was like, let's go to it. I'm like, no, it'll be fine. And then finally she convinced me on the day of. She's like, let's go to it. I'm like, okay. So I went, and it was the best concert I've ever been to. And I don't know, just the storytelling that could be had with music. Because they had the orchestra down there playing the music, and then they had a projector screen showing bits and pieces of the game that was timed with the music. And I don't think I've cried harder ever.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a beautiful...
That was a big jump.
Yeah.
You were like, this was cool, then I cried my eyes out. Really? But I understand. I get that. I've cried at many a game, actually.
Many a game.
Many a game.
So, obviously, right now, the two biggest games out right now are Fortnite and Minecraft. And judging by your reaction when I said Fortnite, I'm pretty sure you already know.
Yeah.
You already have a response to that.
I don't want to offend anyone who may be interested in that game, so I'm just going to leave it at that. If you have opinions, feel free to share them.
Yeah. I mean, but Minecraft, though.
I was going to say, I can respect Minecraft, especially in a creative sense, because I've seen people do some really, really cool stuff. And when I've tried to play, I get so frustrated because I'm like, this isn't looking the way I want it to, because I'm so precise with everything. I'm more like, if I'm going to build something, it's going to have to be Sims or something like that, more precise, like I said, because that's just the way I am, and I'm a perfectionist. I have to have it that way. But I have seen people do really cool stuff in Minecraft.
Right. I think there was a person who made a working phone in Minecraft or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
A working phone, or they had a face cam or something like that. It was super, super cool. And just the amount of creativity that you can flow through it is like that. Fortnite, on the other hand, I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah. It's a different style, which, okay.
Yeah,
for Fortnite, I will say that the Battle Royale style of game can be really fun. Yes. And I will appreciate that. So there's what I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, and then we'll leave it at that because there's nothing else to be said.
Yeah.
If you enjoy Fortnite, more power to you. Go you.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing I was going to talk to you about, is that I feel like everyone kind of has a style of game. Kind of people say, oh, you have a type. You have a type of person. I think it's the same thing with video games, because I know I have a type. Yeah. Do you have a video game type?
RPGs.
Yeah.
100%. Okay,
so my type... And it's very specific, I guess. The games that I just have to play, it's one of two things, or sometimes both, is horror games or choice games. And bless you. I don't ever know what to say after a cough.
A cough, you just say, good job, congratulations.
I hope you feel better.
Here's a Tylenol, get away.
I just recently finished a game, actually. That was, actually, I finished 2 games over, not this last weekend, but the weekend before, I finished 2. And both of them fit within that category.
Well, you know what is a horror game?
And one of them made me cry. So there we go, full circle.
You know what is a horror game? Friday the 13th. Wait, what's tomorrow? Friday the 13th. Oh, and we know that Halloween is a long ways away. It's not in October, but heck it, we'll talk about it anyway.
I will say, though, and somebody told me that it was going to be a full moon, too. Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow.
I really have to think about it when I say that. But yeah, Friday the 13th is tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah, that's...
it takes a little bit to solidify in my head.
So for anyone not getting the joke, which I don't understand how you wouldn't, but I'll keep on going right now. For anyone that doesn't get the joke, what was I saying? Well,
yeah.
We're recording this on Monday.
Yeah.
What is this today? Today's the 9th.
The 9th. We're a little behind schedule, and we haven't really gotten used to setting ourselves ahead of time as far as that goes.
To put ourselves in the mental space that is Thursday.
Yes. That's a whole different thing from Monday.
It honestly is. I've talked to people, and a lot of people say that their favorite day of the week is Thursday. And not Friday. It's Thursday. And I asked them why, and they were just like, a lot of them said, well, Thursday, it's the more anticipation for Friday. Friday is the payoff of Thursday.
I can see that. I really actually understand that. I'd say Thursday is at least maybe third favorite day of the week for me. Just on as a quick overview.
Give us your top 10 days of the week.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into analysis about why it's my third, but I'd say it's somewhere right around there.
What's your first?
Probably Saturday, and then Friday, and then Thursday, and then Sunday. Because I feel like Sunday's kind of a letdown. Because the last half, I just been anxious about going and doing Monday things,
Yeah, like Friday, even though you're at school, it's more freeing than Sunday, which is everything's tomorrow. What have I not done?
Yeah, exactly.
And oh gosh, you know what really stresses me out? I should probably talk to my mom about this before it goes out, but my parents usually always watch AFB right before because it plays 6 o'clock every Sunday night. And I just hear da-da-da, and I'm just like, school's tomorrow. and I just get super, super stressed out.
It's like a trigger.
It's a trigger. Every time I hear those 3 notes, the same note played 3 times, I'm just like, school's tomorrow. What am I going to do? What have I not done? I even felt that during summer.
At least it's kind of a reminder, though. At least you have something that says, da-da-da, hey, what have you not done?
Yeah, but it's bad when it's at 6 o'clock at night the day before.
But anyway, getting more back to the point.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is Friday, the 13th. Which doesn't happen very often.
No.
At all. So it's, again, something to be celebrated. In my mind, at least. I I don't know, enjoy the spooky day.
Even though it's a month in advance.
Yeah, but we thought maybe since it's kind of spooky-ish and at least a little, I don't know, it's 13th. 13 is recognized as kind of a paranormal spooky thing. So I was going to talk about a spooky thing that happened to me.
Do hotels not have a 13th floor?
Yeah, some of them don't.
Some of them don't because
quote unquote. Anyway,
because that doesn't attract.
Trichodecaphobia, right? That's what they call it.
Yes, I have no idea. What
I'm pretty sure that's the fear of the number 13.
So you said you had a paranormal activity.
Oh,
or paranormal experience.
Experience. Yeah. I don't know if you can call it that or not, but anyway, it's kind of. I'm just gonna start, and you're gonna understand.
Okay.
So I was in bed, asleep, and I started having this dream that my dog walked around my bed and laid down on one side of it, on the left side, and I was turned with my back to the left. But I could hear her down there sleeping and snoring and stuff like that. And this is all in a dream, right? And so then I was like, wait, this is something was hey, this isn't right. And as that hit, this thing grabbed my face on my mouth and whispered into my ear, and it was I'm not your dog.
What?
Yeah, I was scared, and it was oh, it was weird. But the thing is about it, I don't remember waking up. And when I did wake up, if there was a moment where I woke up, I was in the same position that I was in the dream. Bless you.
Thank you.
So I was still turned over on my side, and I was so freaked out. And so eventually when I decided I would check that side of the bed, because you gotta check, you have to see.
Right.
I turned over and looked, and there is nothing there. disappointed. But
spooky.
But it was kind of weird because it felt real and like it was realistic enough to where it was indiscernible from each other.
Right. That's scary.
Yeah, it kind of freaked me out. So now my bed's up against the wall, so I don't have to worry about that anymore.
I also have a spooky story to tell you.
Okay.
So here's the I'm gonna lay the groundwork first. You ready? I was home alone. I get like the noir music playing and everything like that. I was home alone, and I was playing The Sims on my bed. I was on my computer and everything like that, so I was chickadee away, and by myself, and I was just like, I need to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom. I was going, and then like it got really, really quiet. Then I just hear, I'm like, that's weird. I think I'm just probably hearing something. I'm like, and I'm like, oh no, there's something here. So like I start getting really freaked out. I'm like shaking all over, and then I'm like, so I wash my hands. I walk out into the bathroom, and I open the door really quietly. I hear it's coming from my room, and I'm like, oh no, here it is. And then I turn around,
and you had that moment of like braveness, right?
Braveness, like, and I was like, I'm gonna do this. I think I had like toilet paper in my hand and everything. And so I turned around the corner, and I saw my bed. It was my computer, and I didn't pause my game. And I was just like, oh.
You had me like on the edge of my seat. I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah, like what's happening? Well, no, like it was scary for a time, and then afterwards I just felt stupid.
Oh, okay, good. But there is always that moment of like, am I gonna stay in here and act like?
Yeah. Am I gonna hide?
Am I gonna acknowledge the fear in which way? You know, am I gonna stay in here and hide, or am I gonna go out there and face it? And sometimes I really do think about just staying and hiding. Like,
I'm pretty sure that's what I did, and I was like, I'm just gonna let it go away. And since it was a game, it just didn't. It just kept going because I didn't pause it. And all your Sims are
just like burning up, like peeing on the floor and all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
You know how they get when you leave them by themselves.
But yeah, so there we have it.
The spooky story
we got
time.
This spooky story is over. I hope you guys can sleep tonight.
Yeah, between the two of those, like, I don't know. I'm going to be nervous.
Yeah, I'm going to have nightmares tonight because of that.
But that about wraps it up, I think, for this episode.
Yeah, the podcast is over for now.
For now?
For now. It's not canceled. I don't know why I said it like that. It was a very ominous tone.
No Friday the 13th is coming to the podcast. It will not be destroyed or
we don't
discontinued in any way.
Curse this podcast by doing it on the Friday the 13th. Mm-hmm. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening in, tuning in, winging it with us. And is there anything you'd like to say before we go?
No, just if you guys have any feedback, of course, be sure to contact us one way or another. And thanks for checking in.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed us just winging it.